Greetings. Hey, we're here today just to share with you. We figured you're probably tired of reading emails, so we just thought we'd get together and kind of review what's going on at the school, as well as just share some encouragement and things that are happening in our personal lives, something kind of relaxed and something you might enjoy watching. I know for me, it's been an interesting time, and we've had some fun in the middle of it. I've had some opportunities to hang out with my family, right? And I'm sure you've been in that situation. My son's become a little bit of a copycat chef, so he's been making copycat Chick-fil-A nuggets and copycat Wingstop wings and copycat Charlie's wings. And it's been pretty awesome. We've been making some pancakes and waffles and having some fun. The other day, we see this red fox coming up in my backyard, and he's eating something, and we get my camera out, we're videoing and trying to watch it, and he runs from the backyard to the front and almost comes up on the front porch. And we're like, wow. And then he looks at my wife right in the eyes, and we just weren't sure what was going on. And we sit back down to the dinner table, and my wife confesses that she threw a package of old chicken that expired out in the front yard, and see, that's what drew the fox up there. So it's kind of funny, but really cool at the same time. We got a little bit of menagerie going on there at the house, so we have coyotes running through the woods, and we have a nest of red-tailed hawks up in the tree, and so we're kind of thinking maybe it's time to keep the cat indoors for a while. That's a little bit what's going on with me, and Rick, why don't you catch us up a little bit with you and share some things that's on your mind.
For me right now, I'm just really missing baseball after the announcement yesterday. Just missing the fact of being with my coaches, my players, spending time with them, being out on the field. This is a time of year for me. I look encouraged and have fun because baseball is my sport. But with that being said, we've been able to spend a lot of time together with the baseball team, been doing devotions via Google Talk, and been spending a lot of time with the care team here at school. We've been able to help a lot of people with some different things and be able to take care of our ECA family that way. Personally at home, I've just been taking walks, walking the dogs. We've been cooking food at home. My boys are home from college. It's fun to have everybody back in the house and watch everybody harass each other and just spend some more time together that we would normally miss at this time. But things at home are good for us. Everybody has their space and they're getting their work done and keeping busy. So, Danny, how about you?
Well, I miss the students. I miss the daily interaction with the teachers and joking around in the hallways, and I miss the crosswalk and watching our parents pull up and drop off. I just miss those times. I mean, that's why most of us teachers and all of us have kind of got into education, because we appreciate the students. I miss seeing my team daily, but what I've tried to focus on is kind of what we just keep calling the silver linings, and that's I've had more time with my family. We've had some devotional time over the last 5-6 weeks that we hadn't had for years. Also, the nuances of church and how church has changed.
Right.
Being able to get several church services in on a Sunday morning, enjoying my own church, but then getting some other messages has been a lot of fun for our family. So Nathan and I are doing some cooking together. That's been fun for us, and just watching my boys interact in a different way now that they're home more has been really fun and fulfilling for me. I think the thing that I really want our families to know and understand is that we know the time hasn't been easy, and we want to just encourage you to make sure that you take some of that extra time and appreciate it. This will end. There will be some point we're going to get through this, and I just want us all to be able to look back and feel like we captured the time. I was wondering, Rick, could you maybe fill us in with what's going on with sports right now?
Sure. Monday we received an update from the OHSAA with Governor's DeWine message on Monday. spring sports have officially been canceled. No contact period still in effect right now for coaches to athletes until May 4th, but that could be extended. They said they would give us more communication as far as what that looks like as we go on. For you youth baseball players, found out yesterday summer baseball, softball has been canceled as well. So I know this is a hard time. When I think about this right now, I think about our seniors and how that's going to affect them. I know we have a handful of athletes that had opportunities to look at some record breaking and be able to get their name on the record board. That's going to be missed, and just the camaraderie of coming together. So I feel for them and completely understand how you guys miss that right now, because I'm in the same boat with where we're at. So, but that's where we're at right now with sports.
Thanks, Rick. I think we just, beyond an email, we want to continue to communicate and you guys understand the decision-making processes that we're going through. There isn't any easy, quick decisions, and we're having to take all this in consideration as we work through this. One thing in particular is how we're going to wrap up the school year now that we're not here in the building. And so we did lay out a plan in an email base, but I want to just cover that real quickly. Our seniors are going to finish up where they were supposed to finish up on the calendar. So they're going to finish up May 8th. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to take their senior trip, but they are working on a replacement idea. Hopefully they can do a little bit later this summer. 5th and 6th grade are both going to wrap up at the same time on May 8th, and that's because both of our teachers, their due dates have been moved up. And we want to try to keep the classroom continuity as easy for our parents, so we're not going to try to bring in a sub that last week. So the teachers right now are gearing their curriculum and their standard track to finish in a timely manner. So, and then finally, everyone else, all of our other grade levels are going to finish up with the goal to all assignments finished and complete by May 15th. And so our school calendar ends right around that May 21st. So we'll accept work up to that point, and we're also working on what it's going to look like to stagger and bring back our students to get their personal belongings and clear out the rest of their lockers. And so we're working on that schedule, and we'll get that to you. But we wanted to let you know that the end is in sight with the academic cycle. We're going to continue to work hard here for a few more weeks, and then we're going to wrap up. In regard to school events, the junior class worked with our high school students as well as our seniors and the administration, and they have officially canceled prom. Seniors are working on the senior trip, and then finally we are working through graduation details. We are actively talking to other schools about what they're doing. We are unique in that we are smaller, and so we're going to do everything we can to make this a great graduation ceremony for our seniors. For other school announcements, we're just encouraging our students and families, just stay on track, be encouraged. The end is in sight, we're almost there, so just do your best right now. Teachers, they're constantly trying to readjust and work with you, continue to communicate with them. Officially though, for the 7th through 12th grade, there will be no final exams. A note from Mrs. Kidder for the 9th through 12th grade, please turn in your schedule planning form if you haven't done that. She's working on the schedule for next year. Finally, just the last couple items as far as the building or questions for parents and students. Pastor Essig and Mrs. Kidder and myself are having an open Google Hangout time on Monday from 9 to 11. You can come and go as you please on there, pop on that via phone or the Google Hangout. In addition, if there's another time you have a question, you want to call or email, and just please feel free. We're here to answer your questions. Our building hours are going to stay the same as what they have been the last few weeks until the school year ends in May, and that is Monday through Wednesday, 8 to 3, and then Thursday and Friday, 8 to noon. And Pastor Essig, do you want to wrap it up for us?
Sure. You know, every day you seem like you want to listen to Governor DeWine's message because you don't know what it's going to unveil for us. And we tuned in on Monday and listened to him share, what was going to happen for the remainder of this school year. And my first thought was, wow, well, there's one less uncertainty out here. He's made a decision that will carry us through the end of the school year. But almost immediately, I started thinking about all the other uncertainties, and there are many that we have to face. And it just unsettled me a little bit. And so I took a little time away, and it just almost 10 minutes later, I was out just shooting baskets and listening to some music and praying and thinking, and the Lord just responded to my heart and just said, you've got a lot going for you. You and your school have a lot. And so I started counting the blessings, and there are many. And I shared these in my email to you, but I'm going to share them again with you because I really believe we need to take them to heart. And the first is that we have a viable and active community. We've been getting by with Zoom calls and Google Meets, but we have a physical community of people, a group of people that care, the service teams, and other ways that we have been supporting one another. And let's not take that for granted. Let's just take stock in that. In fact, we have a call and a commitment to love each other as Christ followers, and that is just a really valuable asset that we have in our community. And we also, another blessing is that we innovate, and I'm amazed at all the innovations. We have made a lot of innovations, and creative solutions have been brought forward by putting people together and thinking, collaborating, and for example, just the drop-off and pickup of materials. I won't go into the details of that, but that's a pretty sophisticated process, and it's been done very well. It's been very successful. And then we have a group of teachers that I can't say enough good about them, because they are committed to discipleship and academic excellence, no matter what the format, and it's cross-platforms. They have been able to communicate and teach and educate and represent the biblical worldview and there with all the changes that have been thrown at them. And none of them have complained. Sure, they've had their challenges, but they've taken this in stride. And what an asset we have in just our teachers. And finally, our purpose and mission is really special. It is unique to our community, and we have to take stock in it as well. Our call is to integrate biblical worldview in every aspect of our lives. And that just pays huge dividends over time. And none of these blessings that I've listed have anything to do with any outside circumstance. These are here. These are constants for us. So my encouragement to you is to take stock in that, to rest in the Lord, trust in the Lord, and we will see our way through this. As Danny mentioned earlier, there will be an end. But I think we can be better for it if we really put our trust and reside our hope in Christ. So I appreciate you guys watching this video to the end, and be sure to contact us if you have any questions or log in on Monday. Thanks again.